Hi, I'm Stan Beck, and welcome to the first of several short subjects where I'll be talking about college sports traditions, a subject near and dear to my heart. I saw my first tradition 50 years ago at a college football game when I was a Boy Scout, and I'll never forget it, and I've been collecting these informally since. So I'm delighted to share with you just a couple of examples of what I think make college sports so unique. First I'd like to share with you is a story. It began many years ago in a small little town in Vermont. Middlebury is the name of the university. It started during a football game. It began to snow unexpectedly. So on the way home after the game, one of the players noticed an elderly lady pushing a 13-year-old boy in a wheelchair. He immediately stopped, of course, put the boy into his car, put the wheelchair into the back seat, took the couple home and said, "What were you doing out in the snow?" She said, "Well, I'm a housekeeper at the university, so I also am a custodian for the football and basketball games. This is my grandson, Butch. He has cerebral palsy, and we go to all the games. And it snowed unexpectedly, so thank you for stopping to pick us up." So the football player said, "Well, since you go to all the games, may I pick you up and take you to the next game?" She said, "Sure, that would be great. We don't have a car. It's just several blocks from where we live to the university, but we would love for you to do that." So Middlebury College, their sons and daughters of privilege, have been picking up Butch and taking him to football games and basketball games for 52 years. The freshman football players take him to basketball games, the freshman basketball players take him to football games. It is one of the most endearing traditions in all of college sports. I had the opportunity to meet with Butch in 2013. I went up to Middlebury, met with him. He is the most interesting, positive person you'd ever want to meet. He shared some stories with me that I'll share with you. Actually, Butch was dropped once by the players, and he really did give them a lot of grief about that. There was one time when the freshmen, obviously the first game, they don't know who Butch is. They're just told to go get him, and they're excited to do that and to keep this tradition going. So they actually picked up the wrong person once at a nursing home, which is staying in a nursing home now. Both his mother and his grandmother have passed away. So Butch was there in his Middlebury jersey, and another gentleman was there in his Middlebury jersey. The freshman picked up the wrong person, took him to the game. The coach looked around and said, "Who is that?" The freshman said, "Well, that's Butch." And they said, "No, that's not Butch." So they had to go back and get the right Butch, of course. Butch is an inspiration to these students. As I indicated, for 52 years they've been picking up Butch and taking him to football and basketball games, but it's really much more than that. They actually spend time with him other than at the games. They help him with his physical therapy. They help him with his daily routine, his exercising and so forth at the nursing home. During the games, they help him stand up for the national anthem. They feed him hot dogs. They take him to the bathroom. And as I indicated, this has just been going on for 52 years. It's just a love story between the university and their number one fan. The tradition is now in its second generation. One of the sons that picked up Butch 20 plus years ago, his son is now picking up Butch. And that just, to me, is just a fascinating endorsement of this university's love for this individual. The university has purchased a special van to transport Butch. But one of the girls, many years ago, she was not as involved in actually picking up Butch because she was a lady track star, track athlete. But she wanted to do something for Butch, so she began tutoring Butch. She actually tutored him for 18 months so that he could get his GED. The state of Vermont did not want to allow Butch to take the GED because he was having trouble reading and writing. And she fought. Sarah was her name. She fought hard and long, and she won her battle. Butch took the GED. It took him 3 days to take it. He earned it. He actually passed the GED. Middlebury College found a cap and gown for him. They gave him a Middlebury ring, It was quite the event, and Butch just cried like a baby during the event, and of course all the students cried as well. So Rick Riley of Sports Illustrated wrote about this tradition. It was the finest tradition in all of college sports. And Rick, I'll close by saying, Rick made a poignant kind of point by saying, it's not what these kids are doing for Butch, it's what Butch is doing for these kids.